let us go ahead and start actually with this article. I'm going to read through what we have here for you guys. Again, this is from the Christian Post. And so this is what it says. Gateway Church settled lawsuit after multiple pastors accused of covering up SA of minor. Just 2 months before Gateway Church founder Robert Morris resigned over an explosive allegation of child SA, the megachurch settled a lawsuit in which at least 5 Gateway Church pastors and a youth leader were accused of concealing the SA of a minor by another member. The initial lawsuit was filed in Tarrant County, Texas, in August 2020 on behalf of a minor identified as AD and her mother, who the Christian Post doesn't name in this piece. Gateway Church, Denise Edwards, and youth leader Logan Edwards were all named as defendants, along with Doug Vaughn and Gateway Church pastors Kelly Jones, Rebecca Wilson, Samantha Golden, Mondo Davis, and Sion Alford. The plaintiffs in the case were both members of Gateway and sought damages of more than $200,000, but not more than $5 million. In settling the case on April 18th, Gateway Church and its pastors, who were accused of gross negligence and breach of their fiduciary duty to the plaintiffs as members, admitted no liability and stated that they only settled the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount to buy peace. All parties having waived a jury, it was announced to the court that an agreement for settlement of all matters in controversy, approved and recommended by the parties and the guardian ad litem, had been entered subject to the approval of the court. The parties entered into a confidential compromise settlement agreement and release in full statement of all claims of plaintiff against defendants. It was further announced that said compromise settlement agreement and release was being made on disputed claims against defendants and that defendants denied any liability to the plaintiff, the final judgment on the matter said. Defendants agreed to enter into the compromise settlement agreement solely to buy peace without admitting any liability.
What peace are they actually buying? Can you even buy peace? And obviously, there's a reason why they settled, right? And they're giving us a reason that they did that just to buy peace. To me, I'm like, okay, you are a church. You are supposed to be all about truth. So if the case was already in court, and if you believe you guys, everything is up and up, why not go through with it and challenge that in court because it was already in court? Instead of just saying like, okay, we are settling to buy peace. Instead of like, okay, we are settling because we want to settle the case, right? But not using it as an excuse, as an off-ramp. I don't know. And then given the amount of money that they ended up settling, when we get to see how much the money is being spent at that church, is very troubling to me, to say the least.
Yeah, so I think, there's a few things here. So one, yes, the buying peace part of it is highly problematic because on one end, what you have is a case where they are now simply, trying to say, look, we're not guilty. The fact that they keep saying that we don't have any liability is like, hey, we're not guilty. We didn't do anything wrong. But because some people are kind of feeling some way about it, we're going to go ahead and give them $200,000 of the church's money or whatever amount it is of the church's money, right? Let me say that the third time. The church's money. This is of Gateway Church's money that comes from the tithes and offerings of the members. You are going to give some of that money to somebody, yet you are not guilty. Like, do they think that people were born yesterday? And so to me, it shows, first of all, that they're unrepentant in my eyes, because you're making it seem as though you're not guilty. There's no wrong done. Yet there is 5 pastors involved in this. Let me just bring this back for y'all. So Kelly Jones, Rebecca Wilson, Samantha Golden, Mondo Davis, and Sion Alford. So this gentleman in the top left
He's also
corner here.
mentioned.
Sion Alfred is mentioned in this lawsuit.
Lawsuit. Yeah. The other names, obviously, for some reason they're not, I cannot see them on the website. So, and I remember that when we did the one of the videos, there were like some protesters outside just, saying the same things, like, okay, they actually do the ministry outside there because of other children who've gone through this similar situation. So it looks like they have I don't know what, I don't want to call it like a lifestyle, but a precedence of always not coming forth with the incident, because right now they're denying everything, right? But remember what happened with Robert Morris? They also denied everything, and they say like, oh no, our pastor has already talked about this. Then eventually they say like, oh, okay, fine, he lied to us. So now they're saying like, okay, they don't have all the facts. So how come you don't have all the facts, and yet this story went to the police, it was investigated, it went to court, and then it was settled? According to some of the statement over there, the police officers feel like they were hampered, they were hindering the investigation. They were teaching people like, okay, to sideline this victim, right? Just to give them cold shoulders, things of that nature. So there's a bad culture going on at Gateway. To me, is one thing that I have seen.
Yeah, I believe so. I think there's absolutely, I mean, it's not just to me, it's the level of, as you mentioned, okay, so when Robert Morris's issue came out, the way they acted as though, oh, like this is completely outlandish and this is not how we do things around here at Gateway. If we had known better, if we had had the information, there's no way we would have allowed this to happen and just not done anything about it, right? That was how they kind of sold the whole thing. Yet, you had a case 2 months before the Morris explosion, the bombshell dropped. They had a case 2 months before where they were willing to quietly sweep things under the rug, pay who they needed to pay to, essentially they're paying them to silence them. Okay, so they're saying that they're paying for peace, but it's not for peace. They were paying to silence them,
Yeah, I believe so too.
You're paying to silence somebody and to try to hopefully never hear from them again and carry on with your church business. And so this is what they were trying to do. And yet when the Robert Morris situation came about, they were acting as though they were just, misinformed and that they handled their business biblically and in a way that actually honors the Lord when that's not actually true. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if then you have been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. All right? God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.